I'm here with first-year head coach Quincy Osborn. Quincy, how about you tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, I've been in college coaching for 7 years now. I was at Augsburg College, right over in Minneapolis, for 2 years after I graduated, and I wrestled there for one season. Was fortunate enough to be a national champion and also be on a team that was a national championship team. So, had some great experience there. Prior to that, I was at the University of Minnesota for 3 seasons. I redshirted one of those my first year there, and then was a two-time national qualifier. So. Some other wrestling experience beyond that too, in international style, but that's kind of my wrestling career as an athlete. And then from there, like I said, at Augsburg, I went to Ohio University, which is a Division I program in the MAC conference. I was there for 4 years, and then last year I spent 1 year up in University of Buffalo, and I was a recruiting coordinator there. And this job opened up, and it's a lot closer to home, and it's an opportunity to lead a program. So that's kind of how I got to where I'm at as of right now. That's a pretty broad question, or thing to answer in a way. But I guess the best way I would sum it up for our team is really to get the guys to train to win at the highest level, and then when we competing at that. And there's a lot that goes into it, like I said. One of the things that we want to do as of right now is really emphasize putting that mindset in. You can't think, maybe 5 years we'll be a really good team. You got to train and prepare like you're doing it right now. So that's really something we're doing. As a team, we want to be in great shape. We want to be strong. We want to be really good at the fundamentals, and we just really want to compete very, very hard. And it doesn't matter who we're competing against. We want to go out there with the mentality that we're going to win, and we're gonna at the very least we're gonna make people earn the opportunity to win against us. So that's really one of the things we're trying to do, is just really push the culture to the next level and really develop a championship culture within the program and really bring it to another step nationally. At this point, we don't have probably the biggest roster out there, but one thing I can tell you about the roster that we have is it's a lot of guys that are really buying into the philosophy and the vision that I talked about earlier, and that's what we're really trying to do. We're trying to get guys that want to win at the highest level and want to do what it takes to do that. And I think as we go forward, we're going to obviously continue to add people to the roster and build it back up. But the guys that are in the room right now is just a great bunch of guys. They've really bought into what we've challenged them with. I think it's a little different intensity, maybe changing some things fundamentally from what they've done in the past. I know obviously lifting is a little bit different, but I think we field a strong lineup. So I don't want to go into details, I guess, on necessarily every guy at this point, but we're pretty happy with what we're going to put out on the mat, and we got a dual meet coming up on Wednesday, and it's kind of an exciting dual meet. It's a home dual meet against Stevens Point. We're doing pins for pizzas. So at each weight class, people will be given a ticket, and then if that weight class, the Lakeland wrestler gets a pin, you get a free pizza, and they're also doing some VIP seating. So it's a pretty good event overall, and we're just really excited for it. It's my first opportunity to be a head coach and coach a dual meet, so I'm pretty excited from that regard. And then we put a lot of hard training in, and like I said about the roster at this point, I think the guys that are in the room are doing the right things, in a room, off the mat, all that stuff, and we're just really excited to get out and compete on Wednesday night at 7. So be there.